Hi friends, in the last video we discussed about the few questions that usually comes to mind when we talk about this uh, placement preparations, right? Now in this video we would be focusing something about the company and what we offer as an institute, right? So these are the major mass recruiters of majorly the software industry, right? Because mass recruiters are generally in the IT industry only. Okay, there are a few companies which can be called as mass recruiters for the other branches also, for in the field of civil engineering, the field of mechanical engineering also. But major mass recruiters you would be finding would be the IT companies only, right? So these are the names that you must be familiar with. These are the Tata Consultancy Service, the Infosys, Accenture, Capgemini, and all these, right? So when I say a mass recruiter, so that means that these companies actually hire 5,000 to 10,000 people, at least 5,000, at least 5 to 10,000 people each year across the country, right? So in these companies also, you will see the maximum hiring goes to Tata Consultancy Service, TCS, and Infosys majorly, right? uh, there are companies like HCL and IBM which are tagged as mass recruiters but do not hire in such a large number as the TCS and Infosys, right? So these are the major mass recruiters. We have the placement processes of all the companies, right? So each company would be taking your first round as the written test, right? In which there would be aptitude and there could be technical also, right? Some of the companies would take the technical test also, but some of the companies will judge you on the on the basic basis of the aptitude only as the first round, right? Now this is our training methodology in as an institute. Mindworks have these four modules to train students for this campus placement, right? So we'll be having a series of live classes, obviously. That is the live teaching, right? So in those classes we would be having concepts, then some of the questions that would be solved in the class only, right? And the second thing is the recorded session. Obviously, if someone misses the live session and if someone is not able to attend any of the session, then all the sessions and all the recordings would be available to you on your portal. That would be given to you once you join our institute, right? So live classes and recorded session make a great combo. And uh, this would go on to around 4 to 6 months of live and recorded session. Then the recorded session would be available to you after that duration also. So whenever you want to go through any of the topic that you have missed while that you don't remember while you took the live class, then you can go through that recorded session also. Then we have practice sheets and books. Obviously, we are the best-selling authors. We have the best-selling CAT books, which is the best aptitude exam. So we have a lot of content with us that can make you practice accordingly, according to campus recruitment, according to the MBA entrance exams as well, right? Because the major companies have their test nearly according to the CAT pattern only, right? You will find the questions of TCS very much according to CAT pattern. You will find the questions of Infosys very much according to the GMAT pattern, right? So all these companies are actually judging you on the basis of your MBA entrance, on the basis of the MBA entrance exams only, right? So we have a lot of content. We have the practice sheet separately for each and every topic, that that would be shared to you with the class only. Some of those questions would be taught in the class only, and some of them would be given to you to solve after the class, right? As that would vary from different chapters to chapter, right? And then we have the complete set of books uh, with three level of difficulties in this, right? And you must be very much familiar about the name Arun Sharma sir. So all the books would be available to you, obviously, for practice. Okay. So and then we have the assessments, right? So after all these things, we after we complete with the live sessions, after we completed with the practice sheets and books, so then we will have the assessments. Now this assessment would be very very important, students, because you may study the subjects, individually. You may subjects the you may learn the individual topics, but the assessment will actually comprises of the all the topics together, and that would be the time when the confusion starts. Suppose you are consistently doing the questions of time speed distance, then you have a flow in the questions of time speed distance. Then if the next question you are going to try, and that is also from time speed distance, then it becomes easy for you to understand the language, and easy for you to solve that question, right? But in the assessment, if you have random questions from the topics of quantitative aptitude, suppose the question that you have just done is from time and work, and then you get a question of average, and then you get a question of progression and series, right? So it is actually it is actually very different from the practice that we did topic wise, right? And assessments would also give you a feel about how the company written test can come, and not just the question based feel, but also because the assessments will be online, so you will get the feel of the online platforms as well, on which you can have the on which you can have the written test, right? So we have the assessment platforms on which the tests would be uploaded, and you would be asked you to solve those tests. And that would be according to the major mass recruiters that we are targeting, right? So the list of the major mass recruiter we have already given, this one, right? So those tests, those assessments would be exactly on the basis of these mass recruiters, right? Now, then we have the company specific training. Now, what is that? Suppose we know that the TCS is going to conduct their NQT, or the Ninja Drive, in suppose 15 days. Okay. After everything is over, after our live classes are over, after our general assessments are over, so then we have suppose 15, if we have 15 days time in a company coming to the campus, or you are going to the company, okay? So then we will start with the company specific training as well. That means we will shape all the aptitude that we have taught according to that company in those 15 days, or maybe whatever time we get, okay? So in those 15 days, we would be rigorously talking with you about the placement process of that company, which is very important to know, right? You need to know how the company would select you, what type of exams will the company take, and what is the basic knowledge of the company, what is the basic history of that company. You need to know about that company as well, right? While in interview, you should have some knowledge about where the company is located, where it is, where the headquarter of that company is, what is the revenue of that company, and who are the founders of that company, and so on, right? Okay. And after that, we will be sharing we will be sharing with you the previous year paper of that specific company. We have more than 200 placement papers available with us, right? Some of them are of the premium companies, some of them are of the mass recruiters, right? I have already told the difference between premium company and the mass recruiters. I hope you remember that in the first or second video I talked about that, right? Let me give you a quick review of that. The mass recruiters would be the companies which would be having a package of around 3 to 4 lakhs currently, and would be recruiting these students in mass, maybe 100, 200, or maybe more. But the premium company is is a company which recruits in a very limited number, maybe 10, 12, 15, maybe 20, right? Maximum 20. And it gives a package of more than 5 lakhs. Okay. So that those companies we classify as premium companies. Okay. All right. So we would be having all set of papers from previous year, as well as the mock papers as well, right? Which can come in the exam, and you need to practice in our company specific training on those papers, right? Then we will also share the interview experience. Now this is also very important thing, because suppose a company is going to come in 15 days. Suppose Wipro is going to come in 15 days. So I'll we will be having someone who has cracked the interview of Wipro, or who is actually working in the Wipro, right? Someone from the company itself will be sharing all his experience, all her experience with you, right? So that would be a huge boost in your placement preparations. And then we will have the mock interviews as well, right? We will have the HR experts, and we would be looking to take the interviews of all of you on the topics, on the questions that can be asked in that company, according to the history, according to the latest trend. What are the questions that could be asked in the mock interviews? We'll make you practice on those. Okay. Right. Now, these are the general topics of quantitative aptitude and reasoning combinedly, because there are no these are not two very much separate things. So we have kept it combinedly. So all these topics would be covered, right? At least, see, we have 60 topics, but the last 10 topics, we can say, from 51 to 60, are not very general topic, that come in almost all the placement drives. These are not so general topics. In fact, we can take out this coordinate geometry as well. We can take out this chessboards as well. We can take out this 43 to 45 as well. We can take out this 42 as well, right? Now, after taking out these topics, 42 to 45, then 48, then 50 to 60, so then around 45 topics would be remaining, which are very general topics, right? Which come in each and every placement drives. So we would be focusing more on those 45 topics. But if we know that a company asks the questions on cryptarithmetic as well, chessboards as well, so we will teach them in the company specific training. Okay. So there's a general aptitude which would be applicable for all the companies, and there would be some specific topic that would be applicable on the specific companies only, for the specific companies only. So, right. So that's how we will be doing our training. Okay. then then we have the common verbal ability topics: reading comprehension, verbal ability, vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, odd man out, analogies, and so on. Right. So these all topics would also be covered in this. Right. Now we have this 12 to 14. These topics were common. These topics were written here also, right? As you can see, statements and assumptions, statements and arguments, and statements and conclusion. Because some of the questions would be from verbal ability, and some of the questions of these topics would be from reasoning as well, logical reasoning as well, right? So we have kept it both way. uh, as required, a person who is good in reasoning and verbal ability both will be dealing with these topics. Okay, right. Now we have the soft skills modules. Soft skills generally have these modules: CV formation, correction. That these things we have already discussed: CV formation, correction, interview skills development, group discussion. uh, all other topics like extempore debate, speech, and these all topics would be actually supporting the major three things: CV formation, interview skills development, and discussions, group discussions, right? So all the other things would be told to get to make you better in the first three things, first three modules only. Okay, because uh, if we talk about the physical things, so those the actual things that are being used in the placement drives, so those are only first, second, and third. Rest of the things are just to develop you to that extent that you can clear the first, second, and third things, rounds, right? Okay, so students, that's it from my side in this video, right? Hope you like this video, you like this complete playlist. Okay, we would be taking the comments as well, and if there are a lot of questions and comments, if I feel that there are a lot of questions that have come in comments that need to be answered, so I'll be taking another video. I'll be recording another video with all those answers, with all those queries answered, right? Okay, all right, students, thank you. That's it from my side.